The Lacey Hound with third movement. If you hear that, that is the blankers. And if you see that, that is the roll. You know, I'm doing a little dry time video. All right, I want to talk about Christianity and the modern day American, the American dream culture. When we look at modern day Christianity with the lack of, sacrifice, that's the biggest. I think that's the biggest thing that can be said about today's culture is a lack of sacrifice for the faith. We look for the faith to, support our lifestyle, support how we live. We look for the faith to support our dreams, the things that we want, not necessarily the things that we need, but the things that we want. Almost that whole attitude of, I'm going to name it and claim it, I'm going to pray about it. Instead of having a faith that says, you know what, I'm going to die to myself. Some things that I want, I don't need to have. And it's kind of like, I'm gonna use my faith to get the things that I need. Kind of like the American dream. I want the house, the family, the nice yard, and the boat and the car, whatever the American dream is. I want that, and I want to use my faith to get that. And we're talking about followers of Jesus Christ here. We're not called to use our faith to get things. We're called to use our faith to support our lifestyle as towards building the kingdom, as towards going out and doing what Jesus left us to do, as being missional, as being a disciple, or being discipled, or going to get disciples. That's what the Christianity really meant. So today, what we have is a weaker faith. What we have today is we don't have the miracles that they had in the Bible because we're not looking for those. We want to see those, but we're not looking for those. Everybody wants to see somebody get healed. Everybody wants to see a blind man get healed, but nobody want to go to the sacrifice. Nobody want to go through the suffering that comes behind that, the faith that needs to be built behind that. I'm reminded today of the disciples. They tried to heal this little boy, and they couldn't do it. They said they had the faith, but then they brought the boy to Jesus, and Jesus healed him. And Jesus said some things come by fasting and praying. When we look at fasting, fasting is a picture of you literally like starving your flesh. You're literally starving yourself. You're literally starving your desires. You're making a sacrifice from your desires. You're saying, you know what? I have a desire to do this, but I'm not going to do it. Or I have a routine that makes me happy, but I'm not going to do it. Or I need to eat to my body, for the things of my body, but I'm not going to do it because I want to gain spiritual strength. I want to have I want to sacrifice so I can gain a spiritual, a spiritual power, a spiritual strength. But we don't have that today. What we have today is people going around saying, you know what, if I want this, if I want that, then I'm going to go to God because he said he's going to give me all my needs and some of my wants. Or I'm going to go to God because he said anything possible through Christ who strengthens me. I mean, insert whatever, I guess you could say, quote unquote, the prosperity gospel, whatever they tell you. I mean, think about it. Prosperity gospel. That sounds like just, it sounds hypocritical. Like it's no such thing. I'm not saying that we're called to live in a way that we're hand to foot, or in a way of like, no, we're called to have to have things in our life to not so. We're called to live good. We're called to have, our Father upstairs. He says, if your fathers on earth can give great gifts, how can I not give great? I can give great gifts also. So God will give us great gifts. But what happened is that in the prosperity gospel, you seek the things of God and you don't seek God. You seek the things of this world and you don't seek God. And there's a difference. There's a difference seeking the things of God and not seeking God. I think I said this before in the video. I was talking to a friend, And I was saying, we lost it. We lost it. We should be in love with Jesus. That we should be in love with Jesus so much that if Jesus was in hell, that's where we want to go. And he was like, if Jesus in hell, I was like, and then I just told him about the three boys, the three Hebrew boys. They were facing fire. They were facing a picture of hell. But they went anyway because they loved Jesus. And when they got there, in the fire, Jesus was in there and they was rejoicing and having a good time, and the fire was doing nothing to them. So the whole idea is, no matter wherever I go, no matter wherever Jesus is, here's my joy. Here's my salvation. So if Jesus said, I'm going to the ends of the earth, you should want to go to the ends of the earth with him. If he said, I want to go to my Father's right hand, you should want to go with him, not because of his Father's right hand, but because of Jesus. That's the picture we lost. We lost the picture of loving Jesus. We lost the picture of being in love with this Christ that came down, that showed us how to live this life, that showed us how to walk through this life, that showed us how to do to live this life and be able to take temptations. He was tempted and he told us how to beat temptation. Jesus that did all that, and then he went to the cross. Right? It's the picture of loving this powerful God that can do anything, and he wants to do anything with us, but we are more focused on the things than him loving him because he's the one that's doing. But we want to be in love with the things. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, I struggle with it. Starting the ministry, I was expecting, I was expecting, okay, when I started the thing, I want to focus on getting the ministry. I wanted to be mega. Because I was more focused on that than Jesus. When I should be focused, okay, I want to give people this love that I have for Jesus so they can have this love that I have for Jesus, and we can all be in a great day, in a great place, in that great day when Jesus come back. See, the gospel lets you know clearly it's about Jesus' return. It's about telling people to be ready for Jesus' return. But no, we fall in love with things. We do. We fall in love with the things of God instead of God. I just think that we need to pump our brakes and understand that we need to fall in love with Jesus. Not the things, with Jesus. Jalais Howard, I'm Third Movement. I'm out.